And we are back. Bryan Broaddus, this is his last day in beloved Oxnard.
I'm gonna cry.
You a damn near resident, man. You paying taxes in California now, sir. You've been there so long.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Tomorrow's the last padded practice, and then but I got to pack everything up and then head on out of here tomorrow. I swear to you, Voch, if they let me stay another month,
you'll do it.
I mean, just to watch football and be around it. Yeah, I want to go home, and there's people I need to see and people I care about, and I got to still take you and everybody to dinner because you're welcome back to you being back by me now. Sure. But I love this too much. I really, really do. And I learned so much being here, but I do love I have the chance to come on every day with you and talk about it. And it's been an absolute blast. It really, really has. And I know we're going to continue to do work together and stuff like that. But man, this was a lot of fun. And I enjoyed kind of having the journey with you here and the journey with our listeners. It's been tremendous. It really has.
It's been an absolute pleasure. And me and my audience think that all these shows that we're doing, we feel like you kind of tested me a little bit. This is like a rite of passage for me or something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. My ass is getting too old to be out here. You'll be the next one to come out here for a month,
Man. Don't get me emotional. But we got some work today. Appreciate y'all.
Work today.
We're doing all right, just in case anybody was curious there. Bryan, man, I'm just looking at this roster and man, I get so curious. I be asking questions. Mike McCarthy love to lie. He love to look us in the face and just lie. And Jerry Jones ain't told the truth in years. Mm-hmm. Bryan, I have a list of players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know if the Cowboys can find a way. Let me explain, Bryan.
Okay.
Boy, we've been talking about Hunter Luepke getting involved for a long time, boy.
Yeah, we have.
And last year, they was like, yo, Mike, you said you're going to get Luepke involved. And Mike was just like, yeah, we're going to have to find a way to get him involved. Bryan, in 2024, do you think Hunter Luepke will get more than 6 carries and 3 catches this year? That's what he got last year. I looked up the numbers for all these guys. Last year, he got 6 carries and 3 catches. And that was the year that Mike McCarthy was excited about Hunter Luepke. Do you think he'll get more than that this year, Bryan?
Yeah, I think so. I think, though, when you look at Hunter Luepke, they have an idea of what they want to do with him and the various roles that he could play. I think you gave us a really good insight yesterday of some talk about, hey, do you see the 4th tight end? How do you get Hunter Luepke involved? Do you make him a inline Y, which is right there next to the tackle? Do you make him a wing? Do you make him a move guy? Is he an H? Is he a fullback? Yeah. The one thing that Hunter Luepke can do really, really well is catch the football. Sure. In that blue and white scrimmage, I go back to that. He's 30 yards down the field, and Trey Lance throws a duck, and Hunter Luepke tracks it and dives, catches it. He's 30 yards down the field. I'm thinking, man, that ain't a fullback, that ain't a halfback. That's that's a guy that knows how to play the ball down the field. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Hunter Luepke's numbers will be much better than what Hunter Luepke's. I'll tell you what, I think Voch, they would have even done more with him if he didn't fumble that ball in that Dolphins game.
Sure.
I think they would have come back to him and, okay, well, this here's a guy we can really, really rely on. But his numbers are going to be, at the end of it, I think we're all going to look back and say that Hunter Luepke was a pretty valuable piece to what they were doing offensively.
Bryan, is Hunter Luepke more Kyle Juszczyk or Danny Woodhead?
More Danny Woodhead. Juszczyk is one of those guys. Hunter Luepke is learning how to block. Kyle Juszczyk knows how to block. Sure. And Kyle Juszczyk knows how to, when in space, he knows how to target, engage, and then Velcro you.
Sure.
And he could run yet. He knows how to take his speed and use it as a disadvantage to you because he gets into you so fast, and now he's running his feet. He's got that ability to get his head down, his shoulder pads. He's got those big old shoulder pads.
Sure.
And he just leveraged you, and he's got a feel for where his ball carriers are going to cut behind him. And those guys, when you watch Ayuk, when you watch, Christian McCaffrey,
Samuels,
Deebo Samuel, when you watch any one of these, the tight end, when any one of these guys get the ball and he's out front, they know that he's going to wall his guy to the outside, or they're going to wall the guy to the inside. He's easy to read. I don't think that Hunter Luepke's there. Hunter Luepke could be a better athlete, but I don't think he has that Velcro-like ability yet.
Sure.
As a blocker.
Because Hunter Luepke does have a fan base, Bryan Bro, and it's weird how the fullbacks have fan base. Like Ryan Nall had a fan base here,
right.
And I see a lot of people liking Luepke to like this Mike Allstott kind of character that's really a bruiser type dude. And
it's number 40 in the pads is what it probably looks like.
That's what it is. And I watch Hunter Luepke play, and I don't really get too like like if I had to rank the bruising backs here, he's not a Royce Freeman to me. So that's why I just wanted to ask, and anybody that's in the comment section, you guys can say so down in the chat also. Yeah. But I think he's more of a Danny Woodhead type of dude. I just think he's a guy that's gonna be more of a running back. He can play fullback and he'll lead block for you sometimes, but when I see him lead block, I don't really see him punish people as a lead blocker, right? I see him as a pass catcher and as just another running back kind of guy, as opposed to like a true fullback tight end dude.
He is gone from, I will give him credit for this, he's gone from a half man blocker where he would go in the hole and he would hit half the defender and the defender then would get off him and then go make a tackle.
Sure.
He hits a little bit more square now. He's got that initial pop. He doesn't have sustain. That's the thing that makes these fullbacks, when you look at the guys that have, even back in my day with the Robert Newhouse, there was that ability to, when Tony Dorsett was behind him, Robert would come off the ball, he'd hit square and he'd drive and he wouldn't let go. And Hunter Luepke has got to learn how to get his hands inside, hold, and drive. If you watch his college tape, he was a running back.
Sure.
He wasn't a fullback. He was a running back that he's gotten bigger. He's put on weight. He moves really, really well. I think his strength is catching the football. Mm-hmm. I really do. I think that's something that you can take advantage of with him.
Voch Lombardi, Crown Media. Coach McCarthy, y'all plan on using Turpin this year for real? I know last year you said you was gonna try to get Turpin involved, and the only answer that you gave us back, Coach, is that you're gonna try to find a way to get Turpin involved. He's very explosive, Coach. And Bryan Broaddus, me and Fusty King were just having a conversation, and we was talking about the nuances of wide receiver and what that means for Turpin versus his peers or whatnot, right?
Right.
Turpin may be explosive. He may be big play guy. He may be fast, right? But it's a lot more to wide receiver than just being that guy. You got to get off press. You got to catch the ball through somebody. You got to extend catch radius, route running, stuff like that, right?
Right.
So, Mike, I don't really anticipate, Coach. I'm back on you, Coach. I don't anticipate Turpin really going crazy as a receiver. But last year he had 18 catches and 121 yards. But what was really impressive is that he had 11 carries and 110. If this was one game, this would be fantastic, Bryan.
Yeah.
Will we find a way to get Turpin involved, and will he get more than 18 catches and 11 carries next year?
I'll tell you what, I'll always answer a question from Crown Media for sure. This is the challenge. And I'll tell you what, this kid plays better in the red zone, in the tight red zone, than I think he gets credit for. Now, Cooks is one of the better ones you have when it comes to finding gaps, creases, holes, moving, stop, start. He has a feel for how to do that.
Sure.
Turpin is learning that run up, get into the end zone, look for the ball, or stay active. And that's all you have to do is watch Cooks, who has a similar body type to you, but he's developing some as a red zone player. Yes, I'm getting the ball. I'm not just handing him the ball.
Mhm.
I'm trying to find ways to throw him the football. And I'm not just talking about screens and stuff like that. I'm talking about down the field plays.
Yeah.
There's those deep in cuts that we saw against the Rams in the scrimmage with Cooks.
Sure.
If you get somebody that can really run and you find windows, and that window, and Dak can hit him in a window, hit him on the move, I'm not going to ask him to run slants and things like that. I'm going to ask him to run where he could separate, where he could go up the field, where maybe he could run. I think where he can wear you out is if you get a team that plays man coverage, and Cooks does this too. You line up on the right and you run all the way across through the secondary to the other side of the field, and you got guys chasing you through trash. Yeah. And now Dak lays the ball out there, and it's a big play. They kill the Commanders on that play every single time.
Sure.
But they could do it. They could do it with Turpin. So I think Turpin's numbers will be better than what we saw last year. And I do think his numbers is them handing him the football, him being in the backfield and maybe toss sweep or handoff and let him just attack, crack toss. I think those numbers will improve too.
Bryan, if you were in charge and your last name was Jones, they cannot fire you.
By the way, last night I was on with Jazz.
Okay.
I was on her podcast. Thanks for her for having me on. A question was asked, and the guy phrased it, Bryan, if your last name was Jones.
Shouts out to my audience, man. Yeah. We travel, Bryan Broaddus. We travel. You
guys will definitely, you might wear the road grays, but you're got the stands full for sure. But the guy asked the question, Bryan, if your last name was Jones,
that's awesome.
Would you? Yeah, so I appreciate that. So my last name is Jones. So what do I need to answer now?
Drink your water, Brad. I got you. So your last name is Jones, and you just can't get fired. There's no way we're gonna get you up out of here. You can do what the hell you want. You can cuss Mike out if you want to. In terms of roster building, do you go short at running back and get Turpin involved more at the running back position? Because I know just like you said, I don't want him running too much or just doing too much nuance wide, like too much wide receiver stuff. We don't want him doing a whole bunch of that. But just I can give you the ball and go be fast. That's the easiest job I could do for you. Bryan, is that a way to go short at run? And that'll be your juice guy, really. Would you go short at running back for Turpin at running back?
So by going short at running back, that means I don't have Deuce Vaughn, right?
Sure. Yeah, I hate it, but sure, yeah. If Turpin is your running back, then Deuce doesn't have to be sure.
If I have Deuce and Turpin, maybe I think about doing more of the running back stuff that you're talking about with Deuce. If I don't have Deuce, yes, I'm incorporating the toss sweep, the crack toss, the jet sweep, the straight handoff, like get up to the line of scrimmage, hand him the ball and attack. Yes, I'm doing that. That's, go, quick count, just try and get them before they're ready to go. So yeah, I'm thinking about more ways of getting him involved in the running game, especially if this offensive line can kind of get things going. Yeah. All of a sudden you have that change where it's Zeke, it's Dowdle, it's Zeke, it's Dowdle. Now it's Turpin. Turpin. Yeah. Count me in on that.
If these were your four running backs, do you feel like you still have to go outside of the house to find one? Dowdle, Freeman, Turpin, Luepke. If those were your four running backs, do you still feel like you have to go outside to get one?
I think I might be all right. I mean, if that's Dowdle, you said Dowdle, Luepke,
Freeman, Turpin, and Luepke. I didn't say Elliott. I didn't say Vaughn. I didn't say Connor. I didn't say Davis.
Yeah. I think I'd be okay.
They're gonna be mad at us, Bryan. But what you want me to say? I think that makes sense to me. But
yeah, to me, there's a couple of spots that I'll argue, and I've done this on a couple of platforms, and I appreciate you because we've talked about this before on this show. We tend to talk about team building, and that's what we enjoy.
Yes, sir.
The whole thing with Goodwin, and having to carry a special teams guy.
Sure.
I don't know. I get it. Bones Fossil, special teams coaches carry a big stick. They do. Nobody wants to cross the special teams guy, especially the guy that wears the headset and tells me it's third down and it's period 3. And, and then when you watch him on the sidelines, he's he's got a headset on and he's jumping in there like he's a head coach and all that. Hey, I see what he's doing. I like it. It's fine. But if you're keeping me from a roster spot, that special teams cat had better be rare. Special. That guy had better be making play after play after play, tackle after tackle, block, fake, whatever. That guy, I don't need a guy that, man, he's just a good guy. He's smart. If we had permanent captains, he'd be our permanent captain. Mm-hmm. Okay. Why do I not notice him more then?
Sure.
Why am I noticed that cat up there, and when he was playing up in there in New England, I noticed other special teams dudes.
Sure.
If you're going to carry one, give me a guy who's rare at it.
Jeff Heath did everything. He did all the teams.
He even kicked damn field goals.
He kicked field goals. He did everything. He got to be special.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I notice you.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. But all of a sudden now I'm down. I can't carry an extra back, or I can't carry an extra receiver, or I can't carry an extra safety. I can't carry an extra corner because I'm carrying a corner already. I mean, it bothers me, and I know the people are freaking out about Zeke. By the way, they in practice saw more clips today about Zeke.
I don't even watch clips no more because you got me not even watching them. But I saw that clip, and I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to upset nobody.
No, I mean, hey, watching clips. There's nothing wrong with watching clips. It doesn't always tell the whole story, but I was waiting. Oh, looks like some quickness, a burst. Mm-hmm. I was watching. I'm like, I didn't get to see practice. I was like, was that? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, there he is.
If Bryan Broaddus taught me anything, clips are the devil. And look, Brian.
No. Hey, don't you pin that on me. Brian
said this. Because, Brian, I'll tell you something else I saw.
Clips can get you. I mean, okay. I promote John Machota. I promote Nick Harris. I promote these guys. I promote people who post all those guys that were clipping out here. I appreciate you.
Let me tell you who I like. Nicole Hutchinson got it figured out. She goes straight to the O-line, D-line, and let me tell you something else she do.
Yeah.
She don't just get, because look, John Machota be like, one clip, Rico Dowdle. Nicole get about 5 plays in a row, and I say, you go, girl. You go, girl. So today I got a chance to see Tyler Smith beat Mozzie. Then right after that, I saw Nealon beat Guyton. Then right after that, I saw Guyton beat Nealon. I say, this Hutchinson lady here, she got to figure it out. Got to figure it out.
Right? It's funny. I was talking to her. I got to know her pretty good. Well, during camp, she's a host with the Girls Talk, Boys Talk. Aisha Morrison, who I absolutely adore, is on that show too, and Bonnie Jo Loft and some others. And Jazz, she's on the show too. She made her debut last night. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, Nicole, I was talking to her about next gen stats that we get in the next gen program that we're on. And I explained it to her, and she was looking at me like, really? This morning she came up to me and she goes, my gosh, Brian, my gosh. And I'm like, so you're telling me you found out about next gen stats, in the program you have with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
She's going, where have I been? And I go, well, I'm glad you found it. But hey, and she's doing good work out here.
You have got to love people that seek the information. They go find information. You got to love
that. There's these ladies on Girls Talk, Boys Talk, like Aisha Morrison. I'd watch film with her all day.
Sure.
I'm seriously. There's times where I would call her and ask her questions like, hey, did you see this tackle at Auburn? She's like, man, if you got to look at this game. And I'm like, oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
So, but that's where we're at. I mean, if you can figure out the clips, I think are good to a point, but it doesn't always tell the story unless it's a back to back kind of a situation where you're kind of getting it all together.
Fair enough. But we did see some. I don't even know how we got off on this tangent, bro. Yeah, we was talking about Zeke and how weird that cut was.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay, he came through.
Zeke looked like his knees hurt in that damn cut, and meanwhile Twitter going, yeah, look at. All right, Brian.
Yeah.
Is Schoonmaker gonna get more than 8 catches for 65 yards this year? Now Schoonmaker would have had 12 for 110 when Dak threw them pretty seam passes to him, but he clapped his hand and tapped his helmet afterwards because he missed it.
The clappers.
Will Luke Schoonmaker get more than 8 catches for 65 yards?
I'm going to say yes.
I say no. I say no, Brian. But go
You
ahead.
say no?
I say no. I'll tell you why I say no.
No, tell me why you're going to say no.
Because
He's got to get more than. Man, you think he'll get 1 catch a game? Well, you might be right.
Brian,
you might be right.
Hayden Hendershot got hurt. Schoonmaker got all the opportunities. Let me tell you what's about to happen. Jake's about to get all the catches and all the targets, right? And Schoonmaker will be tight end too. He's going to do a bunch of blocking.
I got Stevens as tight end on my board.
No. Yes, they're going to throw the ball to John Stevens. So
Yeah.
they're going to.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
They're going to have 2 12 personnels, and Schoonmaker's going to be. He's going to catch some passes. He might get.
I see what you're doing. All right.
You know, he may get 7 passes by the end of the year, but they're going to throw the ball 7 8. They're going to throw the ball to John Stevens a lot more this year, Bryan Broaddus. That's what I think.
I like what you did. I'm thinking like 1 catch a game. Yeah, that's probably going to be the number. But if you ask me to power rank my tight ends, Ferguson, Stevens, Schoonmaker. It's my 3. And I was looking for somebody that could take Schoonmaker's spot.
Yeah.
Nobody took Schoonmaker's spot.
Nope.
Nobody did.
They don't do that. Tight ends don't seize the opportunity. They don't do that.
It's like Fant, go out there and take that spot. Go be that guy. And nobody. I was trying to give Schoonmaker's spot away.
Sure.
I really was. I couldn't give it away.
Sure. Just for context, you said, "Hey, what if Schoonmaker catches one pass per game?" That'll be the exact thing that Turpin had last year. Turpin had 18 catches. That's on average 1 ass catch per game. Schoonmaker ain't catching no damn 18 passes.
You ask me these questions, and then all of a sudden I think I knew my answer. Then I think about it. I'm like, damn, I'm an idiot.
That's what I do, man. Schoonmaker ain't catching no 10 passes, man.
I am hopeful. Trust me, the Schoonmaker thing. I'm about to hand in. I'm the wrong card there. I'm
the wrong card.
I'm about to hand in.
I got a pocket full of them.
Yeah, I was wrong card here.
Yeah,
but yeah, nobody's taking the job from Schoonmaker, and I don't know. Jerry told Machota today that tight end was going to be a hard cut for them, and it might be a hard cut because they gave Span Ford $250,000 guaranteed.
That's hard.
Yeah, it might be hard to say.
Can't cut him.
Goodbye. Yeah, my lake house just went out my lake house just went to Span Ford.
Cut it.
I took my lake house.
Brian, I just feel like these tight ends don't take advantage of their opportunities. I think Hendershot was a bona fide tight end too last year. He got hurt and nobody took that job. The fact that Hendershot just running around right now, I didn't even see him play last week. The fact that Hendershot's just running around just tells me everything that I need to know about the young guys in this daggone tight end room. But Brian,
we thought it was. Did we came in this camp thinking it was a good room?
I thought it was a phenomenal room because I was like, "There's no way Schoonmaker's going to be as bad as he was last year."
Did they fool us?
I thought John Stevens was going to carry his momentum, and I thought Brevin Spanford was just going to be better. Yeah. And this tight end room kind of stalled a little bit. I do think Ferguson probably took all the superpowers from everybody, and I think he's going to be fantastic. But as far as the other complimentary characters in the tight end room, I don't see it, Brian. Speaking of somebody that needs to steal powers, Brian, Voch Lombardi, crown me. What are gonna be the efforts to maintain Osa Odighizuwa's production past week 13? And look, Coach, I know your answer is we got to find a way.
Yeah.
But Brian, do you think the Cowboys will find a way? And that could be by having more D tackles so we can rotate guys out to keep them fresh. I don't know what they do. But you think they'll find a way to keep Osa fresh past week 12, 13, 14? Last year, he had 46 total tackles and 3 sacks. Do you think he'll be good past week 13?
I wonder how many of those 47 tackles were before week 13, week 14.
I'll go find this, Brian.
No, I know. I mean, I don't mean to be that guy.
Are you good?
I should have. this has happened to him a couple of years now. He plays so damn hard that he gets wore down, and they didn't really have an answer behind him. So all of a sudden he's playing, he's playing a lot of snaps, and the one that seems like what they're, and the Phillips, as Phillips is talking about, well, I'm a 3. I think he's going to play 3. I think he's going to play some 1-2 as well. 1 also, not 1-2, but 1 also, because I watched him in some of those tapes. He lines up head up on those centers, and he can wear them out. So he'll play some nose if he has to. But if it helps, if they could save some wear and tear on Osa, I kind of feel like that would be pretty beneficial. I'm glad you're adding these things up for me right now.
So he had a total of 46 tackles, and excluding December and January, he had 39. So that means in the last 6 games,
yeah,
Osa had about 7 tackles in 6 games.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. My math ain't perfect, but it's close. It's close.
Mississippi math. We got some Mississippi math going on there.
I went to Natchez High School. Hold on, wait. Let me put this down a little bit. Brian, I went to Natchez High School. We last in everything, but I made it. I'm missing. We last in all metrics of damn academia, but I made it, Brian.
No, man. But I went to the school that's second to last. So
LSU.
I got a couple of geniuses doing this show.
Natchez math worse than LSU math, sir. We would love to have some LSU math.
But
please.
Okay, so 7 tackles, right?
6, 7, yeah.
Man, something's got to change.
Yeah,
something's got to change.
Yeah,
because it's noticeable. Do they have the number? The easy, simple answer would be if Phillips and others can take some of the wear and tear off him.
Sure.
I have my doubt. This guy, like I said, he's really in tune to his body. He's really, really in tune to what he eats and all that. I kind of wish he'd just become a sloppy defensive tackle guy, but he's not. He's like a swimsuit model guy.
280.
He goes to Miami and he models swimsuits, men's swimsuits.
Brian, if you were in shape like that, you would never wear a shirt. You wouldn't have one on now.
No,
so.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you wouldn't have one on now.
So he gets just wore down, and I don't have a great answer. I would like to believe that depth and rotation will help, but we're gonna probably look up again. He'll have 50 tackles, and we look again, and Natchez math will tell me he had 7 of them. In the last 6 games.
7 is too big of a number for Natchez math, sir. Brian, we having so much fun. The time just flying by. I ain't even know where we were. I got one more for you, Brian.
I've got one for you too somewhere here.
All right, cool. Jalen Tolbert. Last year he had 22 catches for 268 yards. He has to be better than that.
Has to be better than that, Brian. Yeah, he does. And last year, man, that was the first year you kind of felt like, okay, he's getting used to what's going on. Second year, there was some struggles there. There was some real struggles. He kind of 1 or 2 games, where it felt like, oh, he makes a play here, makes a play. He's capable of making a lot of plays in the game.
Yeah.
He really, now, depending on what, and I really do believe with all my heart that CeeDee Lamb is not going to miss game checks.
Sure.
I believe that in my heart.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, then it's going to be on Tolbert. Tolbert is going to have to step up and be that guy. And you know what? The practices he's had, I really thought that him and Machota said something. I think it was Machota. Yeah. Machota said something that was pretty interesting. He says the thing that he's noticed out here in practices is the deep ball between Dak and Brooks. That is something that he's kind of like, I didn't think that was going to happen, but it has. I came into camp, Voch, believing that Brooks' mental toughness was going to overwhelm Tolbert.
Yeah.
Tolbert stepped up from day one. Tolbert, it was very much back and forth first couple practices. And then Tolbert said, no, I'm not going to let this happen. He's shown really good mental toughness. He runs all day. He catches the football. There's a lot of positive things about this kid that I feel like, though, that those numbers that you mentioned will all go up.
Now, see, now, see, Brian, this is the one where I really want your opinion on it, right? Tolbert last year was 22 catches for 268 yards. Michael Gallup was 34 catches for 418 yards. Will Tolbert be better than Gallup?
He'll be better than that.
Yeah, I think so
he'll
too.
be better.
I think so too.
He will be.
That's all I got, man. That's all I got for you today, sir.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Please.
Let me ask you this question.
See how you play.
This cornerback room, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm to the point where everybody I talk to feels like that Izzy's on this team. I kind of feel like there's still a battle there. You tell me, is he on this team? And everybody always says the position flex. But you got good safeties now, so why do you need position flex? But people are saying, well, wait a minute. What if you went 5 corners and, say you went 5 and 5, or say you only went 4 and 5. The fact that he could play corner and play safety, that makes sense. If you went one less at defensive back, instead of going 10, you went 9. I don't know.
Position flex doesn't move me in that way.
I hate that word. I hate it.
Izzy having position flex is like Racing McMath being able to play running back and wide receiver. That don't mean nothing to me. It depends on it depends on you as a player. Okay.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. Yeah.
So we just look. This was a fair competition, Brian. All these guys came in at the same time. They're leaving out the same. This ain't like the old days where in week 1 you got to cut 8 people and you got to cut 4 people. They're all here at the same time, Brian.
Right.
And you can't miss corners when they making plays. You can't. I feel like Josh Butler's made more plays than Izzy has. Right.
Right.
But it just maybe he's maybe it's like a Bones decision or something. Maybe this is coming from Bones.
You're right. Yeah, you're right about that. There's the influence once again of Bones. All right, let me ask you one more question while we're at it.
Por favor.
Jerry Jones came out today and said Trey Lance is definitely on the roster.
Sure.
Is Trey Lance, when we get done on Saturday night, your gut, Trey Lance the second or third quarterback?
I think he's the second guy.
Do you?
I think regardless of what happens, I think Trey Lance is your second guy.
Is this because the general manager made the trade and he wants to prove a point?
Jerry's last name is Jones.
Yeah. Okay.
Jerry's last name is Jones. And, we know what we have in Rush, but I just think they're going to look at Trey's talent. Okay. I think they're going to look at the idea that, if Dak, whatever, Trey could be the future. So let's get the future some reps.
Yeah.
We don't want him to be inactive every week or whatever. Fine. Yeah. And I also think there's this element, and I could be totally wrong. I don't work there, but I think there could be an element of, hey, let's just say we blow out New York.
Yeah.
Trey, go out there and show them what you got. So somebody will send us a pick back for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes sense to me. I feel like, Brian, and it's just me, I feel like if Trey's contract wasn't so big, and there wasn't this big hubbub about Lance versus Prescott, I think we wouldn't care about Trey Lance as much. Right. Yeah, we would care about him as a player, but we'll care about him as much as we care about Huggins or something. You know what I mean? It'll just be, okay, he's just another player on this team making throw. We didn't care about Will Grier for real, but if Will Grier was making 3rd overall pick money and they said, hey, Will Grier's going to come here and take Dak's job.
Yeah,
we'll hate on Will Grier. Just like I hated on Hoffman, but once BB got his job, I like Hoffman again.
Yeah.
That's where I think it is. So what I would love to do is to extend Trey Lance's contract.
Right.
Sign him for a very cheap $38 a year, the cheapest you can get him.
Right.
He needs to make Will Grier Trubisky money.
Right.
And just see if you could just turn that dude into something for by the time he's 28, and we'll just see what happens there.
Team is 7-1. Dak goes down. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Shit, man.
Here we go right there.
Hell wrong with you, man. Okay, go ahead.
Team 7-1. Dak goes down. Who do you want to play quarterback the rest of the season?
Voch want Cooper Rush play quarterback. I'm phoning. My name ain't Jones. They'll fire me. I want Cooper Rush. Hey, Magic ain't 5-1. Your ass now. Play 5-1. And we're gonna run the football.
7-1. You want Cooper Rush playing quarterback?
Because I feel like, Trey Lance has the legs, but that's only softened by the idea that throwing the football is gonna happen. The minute they realize Trey not throwing the football, they gonna stack the box. Trey ass gonna run and they gonna double coverage down there somewhere. It's gonna be a wrap. At least I know Cooper Rush gonna 3-and-out me into. And look, and if we gotta win the game 3-0, let's win the game 3-0, bro.
Okay, team 3-4. Teams 3-4.
If it's 3-4, we can. I would say the same thing. How about this, Brian? Wait.
You almost didn't say the same thing.
This is okay. How about this?
Yeah.
Brandon Aubrey can kick 66-yard field goals. Right. I take this all back. Listen, Brandon Aubrey can kick 66-yard field goals. Right. Who can get you 35 yards quicker?
Yeah, there you go.
Trey Lance get you. Hey, look, Cooper Rush will win some games, but Trey Lance will get you 35 yards. And we'll just look. Brandon Aubrey will be the MVP of the whole damn league. Brandon Aubrey had 80 points.
Yeah, I'd love to. The folks that listen to this program, because I go through your comments. I love your comments. I appreciate. I try and reply when I can. I'd love to leave your comment. If the team is 7-1, tell me who you want at quarterback. If the team is 3-4, tell me who you want at quarterback.
Man, it's gonna be a bloodbath for my damn comments, but I'm gonna be there for it, man. Brian, I think that's a fantastic question, and I think you should ask as many people as you possibly can. But just remind them, Brandon Aubrey can kick 70-yard field goal. look, that boy leg gonna be tired. His leg gonna be tired, Brian. Yeah. But I do believe Trey Lance's legs can save him here.
I think we saw a glimpse against the Raiders how you have to win a game with Trey Lance.
Yeah.
You know, does it make sense?
Sure. Read option.
Jalen
Hurts. Yeah. All Trey Lance needs to do is like develop a deep ball or something. He has the arm talent to do it. He has more arm talent than Hurts, in my opinion. Sure. Like, put him on the Jalen Hurts program. One read and go. Run some RPOs up here. Yeah. But do you think your play caller is creative enough to use Trey Lance properly? That's the problem.
The fact that he threw some RPOs in a preseason game, I think Brian Schottenheimer told him, like, bro, you drop this cat back 40 times again, we're going to lose 13-12 again.
It's going to be a problem.
Yeah. You throw some RPOs in here. You kind of get him going a little bit, let him run, let him pull it, let him do, Don't make him throw the ball 40 times.
Sure.
We got a shot. I think you got a little glimpse of how you would have to win a game with Trey Lance. And Mike McCarthy, I think the fact that he even tried it in a preseason game gives me hope that he would tailor a game plan that would fit Trey Lance to give us a chance to win these games.
Sure. I agree. As long as we understand that Trey, and honestly, Brian, that's a whole nother angle to this thing, right? Like, Cooper Rush doesn't change the offense from what Dak would do, but you have to call a whole nother set of plays for Lance.
Yeah. You can't. I mean, it is basically you turn your offense into something completely different. Not that they don't do RPO stuff with Dak.
Yeah.
But you're more likely to have just a hint of it.
Sure.
Trey Lance, you might be. And I've seen people's comments like, Brian, I don't want an RPO quarterback. There's people out there who's like, I don't want an RPO quarterback.
And the Seahawks don't want Geno Smith. The damn Bucks don't want Baker Mayfield, but you gotta do what you gotta do in this market.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I appreciate folks out there. I kind of watch Lamar Jackson win a damn MVP every year being an RPO quarterback. Seems like
running.
Yeah,
man, Bryan Broaddus, this may be the most impressive episode we've ever done. Because when we first sat down here, we didn't know what the hell we was gonna do.
We had no idea, did we? We never do.
And we got 40 minutes in, and we had a blast.
We're getting used to this stuff. We're getting used. But hey, thanks to you, brother. Appreciate you getting me through this. Yeah. We're off tomorrow. I'm going to travel back. I'll catch back up Thursday or Friday. We got a game to talk about.
Sure.
Then we got another. Yeah, we got some. Then we got some roster cuts Tuesday. A week from today.
That's humongous.
We're cutting players. So cool. We're not going anywhere, folks. Okay. Just keep watching. We'll be here.
Brian, this camp has been a pleasure to work with you. Can't wait to shake your hand in real life, and can't wait to be out there with you in Cowboys camp when they actually get here, and me and you are standing next to Standing next to Zeke over there. Me and you standing next to Zeke. All right, y'all. Y'all be sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm back tweeting now. Tap in with me. And y'all follow Bryan Broaddus, Bryn Broaddus on Twitter. I appreciate y'all for being here. We doing all right. Y'all hold it down. Till next time. Crown.